Just one day I decided I wanted to draw. Yeah, I have a lot of stuff in my room.
Nicholas Hooks walks into a room full of imagination.
This one over here is actually an anime called Demon Slayer.
Anime characters with special powers. His favorite fights with 3 swords.
Oh, there's Zoro. He's a very cool character that I really like.
The 11-year-old sees a lot of himself in Zoro. Both often feel lost.
He loses his way, I lose my way.
Zoro gets lost on his way to battle. Nicholas gets lost in the words he's reading. The Gwinnett County student wrestles with dyslexia.
I always think about doing something that Zoro does, slicing the papers.
Because you just get frustrated?
Yes. When the work gets too hard and it makes your head hurt, it makes you not want to do the work anymore. It makes you angry, upset.
Irina is Nicholas's mother. Despite her repeated pleas for help since he was in the 1st grade, she says the Gwinnett County School District has not provided the resources or properly trained teachers to help her son learn to read.
This is not the time.
He's now in the 5th grade, but at a 3rd grade reading level.
For that.
It has been a journey, a very tough journey, because his learning experience has impacted his mental health to the point where he hates himself and he wants to unalive himself.
When you say unalive himself, what do you mean?
I mean suicidal ideations. And he only has these thoughts at school. He's actually written a letter in school saying, "Just let me die."
An Atlanta News First investigation uncovered a potential source to students' struggle in the classroom. A pending lawsuit claims reading curriculum distributed to school districts for decades was defective. The suit filed against Heinemann Publishing is on behalf of 2 Massachusetts parents whose children were taught using its products. It accuses the publisher of failing to warn parents or school districts that their alleged literacy training products did not include meaningful phonics instruction, the one thing essential to literacy success. Benjamin Elga is the parent's attorney.
The consequences are devastating. Not only do these children end up suffering extreme mental anguish, missing out on the education that they would otherwise obtain if they could read, but they end up with a sense of hopelessness that can be devastating for their whole lives.
According to district records, Gwinnett County Schools, the largest in the state, paid Heinemann more than $9 million for instructional materials since at least 2018.
She's just doing a lot for me.
Parents like Irina now wonder how the curriculum impacted their children. According to a state assessment, only 1 in 3 Georgia 4th graders can read proficiently.
For me, it's a gut punch, right? Because my son is not performing and it's not his fault.
Heinemann has not shied away with what it thinks about phonics, posting on its website in 2019 that it needs to be lean and efficient, and that every minute you spend teaching phonics is less time spent teaching other things. Today, Elga says the publisher has acknowledged the need for more phonics curriculum, but claims it charges for the updated materials.
Think about it this way. If somebody sold you a car and it was defective or missing a part, and you went back to them, they wouldn't get to charge you for the fix. It would be their responsibility to fix their defect. And yet, today, the defendants in our case are turning around and trying to sell school districts additional patches to their curricula to add phonics back in for more money. That is an outrageous situation.
Our emails and phone calls to Heinemann were not returned, but the lawsuit also accuses some of its authors of producing deceptive materials, including Gay Sue Pinnell, the architect of Reading Recovery, once one of the most popular reading intervention programs in the nation. A 13-year study released by the University of Delaware in 2023 found it can be harmful to children. Its author noting it does not put enough emphasis on phonics.
If these students are struggling to decode words, they're struggling to sound out more complicated words, that's going to have implications for their ability to comprehend text for the rest of their lives.
Pennell did not respond to Atlanta News First's repeated request for a response.
I'll give you an example.
Nicholas took part in Reading Recovery 2. Gwinnett County recently stopped using it, but his mother says the damage may already be done. They're considering moving to get him the help he needs.
If it means our son lives to see another day, we are willing to go the extreme. We're talking about life or death, literally right now.
Nicholas speaking up to spread awareness, fighting just like his hero to help others and himself.
If I can help you with your story, if some people watch the news, it can help with them a lot with their kids. It could help a lot of people.